welcome to Shred Guitar Licks lesson number 22. In this video, I'm going to show you how to play the lick that you just heard. Unlike other tutorials in this playlist, I'm going to include a backing track for you to try playing along with at the end. I'm still going to do all the stuff that I normally do. I'm going to teach you how to play the lick. I'm going to break it down into sections. I'm going to play it slowly along with some scrolling tab. But right at the end, there's going to be this backing track. You can use the backing track to play the lick that I'm about to teach you along with, and also I've left a chunk at the end where you can try improvising a guitar solo for yourself. This is in the key of A minor, so you can use all the usual suspects: A natural minor, A minor pentatonic. You could even try the blues scale. There's even a little bit where you could use the A harmonic minor scale as well. I'm not going to say too much about this though, just give it a try if you fancy it. Bit of a change of the haircut vibe halfway through that video there. I'm not very good at improvisation, so I was actually quite surprised and pleased that that little bit of improvisation, because it is improvised, that last section, turned out the way that it did. I did add a little bit of harmony just to make it feel a little bit more real, but that was just recorded in one take in I did 3 attempts, I think, and that was one of them. And I'm quite proud of that because I'm not very good at improvisation. It's something that I basically suck at. So anything that I do that's got improvisation in it and that turns out okay is amazing for me. You might not agree. But anyway, it makes me feel good. The lick itself uses a combination of sweep-picked arpeggios across 3 strings. Right, let's get to it. The lick's going to start with a pull-off between frets 12 and 8 on the high E string. Use your little finger to play 12, first finger to play 8. Use an upstroke of your pick. Then play 10 on the B with your third finger. Then you're going to play fret 9 on the G with your second finger. Then you're going to go back to 10 on the B and then back to 8 on the high E. So picking wise, you've got up, 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 down, down, but obviously we're sweep picking this. Then you're going to repeat 3 times. After we've repeated it 3 times, you're going to take the note on the high E string and rather awkwardly move it up 1 fret. So you're going to go from E to F, and then you're just going to repeat the arpeggio as before. So all the way through, we've got this. I'm just going to interrupt myself here just for a second. Please don't forget to subscribe to the 60 Seconds of Shred YouTube channel. And if you're feeling really generous, leave me a comment because it helps with the algorithm. Try and make sure that you're pretty relaxed with both hands here. Bring your thumb down the back of the neck slightly just to make that stretch a little bit easier. Try not to pick too hard with this hand either, and try and have a light touch with your fretting hand also. All those things will make it just a little easier to play that stretch and just to play that bar in general. Next, we're going to play this. Starting with a pull-off between frets 10 and 7 on the high E string, using your little finger to play 10 and your first finger to play 7. Then you're going to play fret 8 on the B with your second finger and then fret 7 on the G with your first finger. So I kind of bar my first finger across the top 3 strings, and that just makes that part a little easier to play. And we're going to do an up, up, up. Then you're going to work your way back to fret 7 on the high E via fret 8 on the B, which is with a down, and then fret 7 on the high E with another down. And we're going to repeat that 3 times. Then, rather awkwardly again, we've got a big stretch between fret 12 and fret 7. So again, you've got to really, really work on that stretch, work up to it nice and slowly, make sure that you don't cause tension in your fretting hand, because otherwise you might give yourself a little bout of RSI. Make sure you're being nice and relaxed overall. So if I just play that all the way through, it goes. Then you're going to repeat the bottom part of the arpeggio as it was before. So all the way through that stopping. So from the beginning, it sounds like this. Next, we're going to take that arpeggio that we just played and we're going to move it down 2 frets. And we're going to play that twice. That's the version without the stretch. So pull off between 8 and 5 on the high E. 6B, 5G, 6B, 5G. Repeat it twice. Then we're going to do this sort of diminished style arpeggio. So we're going to pull off between 8 and 5 again with fingers 4 and 1. Then play 7 on the B with your second finger and then 8 on the G with your third finger. Now we're only going to play this once. Then we're going to move up 3 frets and do the same thing. So pull off between 11 and 8 on the high E using fingers 4 and 1. Then play 10 on the B with your second finger and 11 on the G with your third finger. So I put that slice together. Fantastic. Next thing is this. So we're going to pull off between 12 and 7, another big stretch I'm afraid, using fingers 4 and 1. Then you're going to play 8 on the B with your third finger, 9 on the G with your second finger. Then work back up to 8 on the B, and then back up to 7 on the high E. And then do that twice. Then continue doing that pull off between frets 12 and 7 with the same 2 fingers as before. And then do 9 on the B, 9 on the G with your second finger. So you've got to do that kind of rolling motion that we've talked about before, from the B to the G and then back to the B again. Making sure that you kind of, once you finish playing the B, you roll your finger to the G and then roll it back to the B. And just make sure that the notes don't ring into one another, otherwise it will sound really messy when you try to speed it up. So that whole section. Then after you've repeated it twice, you've got the first note of the melody that we're about to talk about, which is fret 10 on the B string. If I just play that all the way through without stopping, but I'm not going to repeat it twice, just once. Okay, on to the next bit. This is really, really straightforward. We've got 10 on the B with some vibrato with your first finger. Then 12 on the B played once. Then play it again and do a half tone bend up and down. So that's a half tone. So from the pitch on fret 12 to 13 and then back to 12 again. From B to C and back to B. Then we've got 10 on the G. Then we repeat that same bend. Then 13 on the G, same bend. Then 14 on the G, and then this little ending. So you play 12B, 14G, and then 13 and then 12 on the B string. And I'm using my third finger and first finger for that. Which feels a little awkward to start with, but it does kind of make sense. It's like kind of an economical motion of your fingers. So all the way through it goes. and we obviously repeat that twice like I just did. Right, let me play along with some nice slow scrolling tab. Don't forget, there's a backing track for you to try performing along with at the end of this video. And at the end of that, there's a section that I've left blank. And there you can try improvising a solo for yourself if you wish. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.